Alright. Let's do our usual check-in. Microphone seems to be good. Screen camera, good. Be good. Yeah, I think we're all set. Okay. And then, for some reason, I never, ever remembered to do my stretching beforehand. I guess it's just part of the routine, right? You go live, and then you're like, oh yeah, this is part of the show where we stretch! Ugh. Don't forget to, like, bend it down and try and touch your toes. Like, you don't have to be able to touch your toes, but, like, you should be pushing, like, stretching just a little bit. Especially after a nice hot shower. That's when your body's most flexible. So if you want to work on your flexibility, do that. And then you'll gradually become more flexible. Very important. Very important to make sure you move and stretch so your body doesn't atrophy. Unless, you know, you work a very physical job. In which case, like, you're probably already getting that. But at that point, it's more maintenance than anything else. Like, stretching is very important for making sure that you don't get hurt. Thank you so much for the 100 biddies, Lucky. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Let's get this going. Hey there, heroes. My name is Hero Girl. I'm your friendly local neighborhood hero tuber, and this is The Daily Grind. That time of the day where we come on and grind our dailies. Right now, we are looking at June 16th, 2026, and, Arena's gotten its updates. Arena's gotten some really big updates. We do have all of the Marvel cards that are added. And they started adding this like a week before we can actually like play with the cards. Very specifically, so that way they have time to see if like cards being added, causes any problems, causes any bugs. It's basically like a preloading, you know? So that by the time that they actually enable drafts and crafting and all that, like people have a chance to build their decks, people have a chance to, help configure the machine, and they can just, we don't get another situation like a while back when an update accidentally made it, so that way anyone who had brawl decks, special alchemy brawl decks with specialized, couldn't log in, So we do have like all the Marvel stuff that's on here now. We can go ahead and see that. I could even like start adding these to decks if I really wanted to, even though I wouldn't be able to play them yet. Including the Mighty Thor, Jane Foster. We've also got some of the Jumpstart set cards, which apparently go under the Marvel Commander set abbreviation, which is weird. Like, these are all Jumpstart cards, and some of these are also reprints from Spider-Man. Yeah, some of these are like reprints from Spider-Man, which really, really, oh well. God, how many fucking Captain America shields do we need? And then part of this also comes with the fact that the Spider-Man set also has like its original art on now. So like now we actually play with factual spectacular Spider-Man. Brent is due, Aunt May is here, Spider UK, who has like no flavor to him whatsoever. And you can still get the you can still use the Omen Path cards if you want. I know a lot of people really don't want to have to look at the Spider-Man, and I completely sympathize. But so far where I am landing is that having like the different name and everything is actually causing me more mental load than it should normally. So as much as I would rather there not be Spider-Man cards in my Magic the Gathering, I am just gonna start using the actual printed card names rather than the Omen Pass cards. Just like talk about Spider-Man, and most people who are playing paper are going to know about Spider-Man. Only the people who know, who have been playing with this on Arena know Ademia the Silk Shoots. So, just easier to be like, yeah, Spider-Man. Yeah, Bagel and Schmear. Great power. But also, like, some of these are also just, like, I didn't really care for, like, the Omen Pass version. Like, there's a Madam Web card. Find her. Spider. Yeah, Madam Web Clairvoyant. I at least know Madam Web. I am not a fan of this creepy ass Olix mouth to many. Like, it is completely fair for it to be the opposite, you know? A lot of people might not like Madam Web, but they love Olix. And if you look at the Green Goblin card, actually, look at what a card. I think it was actually. Let's see, the Hobgoblin, Spider-Punk's in a few decks, so we can actually have it be Spider-Punk now. Hobgoblin. Not here? There we go. Yeah, Norman Osborn. Norman Osborn and Green Goblin. On the back here, though, you've got Gobin, Gene Splicer, Savant, and Fleam. People love Fleam. I would not be surprised if a lot of people choose to keep the style as. But, like, you know, that's completely understandable. Anyway, we are going to be doing some Final Fantasy Draft today. I'm just kind of taking the opportunity to check a few of my decks to see the update in cards. Because, like, you know, like I was saying, Spider-Man is now in my Vanat deck as opposed to being a Demi. But I think that's the only one. Yeah, I think that's the. I'm gonna be going back and forth on this Universes Beyond thing like for a while. Funnily enough, the Iron Spider deck cover here is like the old art, but all of the updates made it so that way the default is that the paper art is here, and so if you want to go back to the Omen Pass version, you have to do that manually. And it was just kind of so that, you know, to simplify the update itself. Personally, I don't mind this. Although I would actually really like it if I could have had the Mary Jane version. Like right now, it's just the base set and then it past version. If I had the Mary Jane one, I'd be. Anyway. If you're not familiar with the idea of drafting, you know, it's kind of like sports drafting. We're going to get 3 booster packs. We're going to open one at a time. You get to pick a card from it. We pass the rest of the contents to our neighbor. And then the person on the other side of us, the seat to our right, is going to pass us their booster pack. And that pack is going to have a card taken out of it already. We're going to take a second card out of that pack. And then we're just going to keep going. And this is just kind of a really fun draft environment. I really like it. Plus we have like 5 draft tokens already. 5 draft tokens, 2 jump in tokens. I should really spend at some point. So I'm not going to be spending anything that I haven't already spent. I spend a little bit of money on the Mastery Pass, and that is it. And like, oh god, my model is currently up, but it's 1,500 gems, 10,000 gold. So like if we were paying out of pocket, we could afford like 2 gems out of gems and like 4 drafts out of gold. But just get like 5 drafts for free. So at least while we're doing it this week, we're gonna be doing it. All right. I also promised my wife that we would play a draft off stream after with her. She's been watching a lot of the videos that I've been putting on with me. Ooh, Silkskin Moogle Merchant's not bad. But what else we got here? Sephiroth's Intervention is like full removal is at a premium. Thief Snipe is really good. Encounter, I like Fenrir a lot. Fat Chocobo is a good one. Paladin's Arms, White Orsite is also good removal. Damper, I think it's probably like first pick Intervention. That's good for me because I really want to go into the black-red wizards deck if I can. Like if I just kind of force that. Skilled Skin is interesting because it turns all of your removal, all of your opponent's removal into anti 2-for-1s. Yeah, I think it's probably just like, I guess I could pick like the Thieves Knife and go white artifacts, blue black control, but the intervention is just like the easy first pick. When I really get to enjoy a nice synergistic draft, that's a good thing. Like, not every rare in this format is a bomb rare that can win the game instantly. Light of Judgment is removal, but it's not like first pick removal. Marble's cool. Mixed tokens. What would you? I mean, maybe Genia King of Dwarves has double strike, so and holds equipment really well. We could go with like the red-white equipment deck if we grab that. Noah Heartily. Dwarven Castle Guard goes in there. Paladin's Arms is alright. Arimon. I think it's probably Geote and maybe go with red-white. We're just kind of grabbing like the best card, and this pack doesn't really have a lot. I guess like there's a for the first couple of packs, just grab the best card. Just grab the best card. If it supports the thing that you want to do, great. If not, keep yourself open. I actually don't mind playing the super aggressive red-white deck. Okay, let's see. Slash of Light, that's really good removal for the red-white deck. Emperor Palmesia could be really good in the red-blue deck. Casting lots of Sahuagin. Sahuagin right here actually is really good for that too. Barret. Does damage to the number of equipped creatures you control to defending player. I mean, he's also just like a 4/4 reach. Casting the Slash of Light if we do that. Discard is kind of slow, but whatever. Red Mage's Rapier is not like the first pick that you want, I think. Casting the Fate and the Slash is awkward, but Barret is also just like... Blazing Bomb fits really well into the red-blue spell deck if you want to go for that. I'm taking... though. Because like even if we do end up in the red-black deck like I would like, then he still benefits from having all the on. Crystal Fragment. That's really nice. Phantom Train. Landing Storm. This is one of the bonus sheet cards. Queen. Ice Magic's not bad. So blue is potentially open, but I am seeing red and I am seeing white. Gideon Elder. Warrior's Sword. It might be to take the Lannery Storm, though. I don't know. This flips into Alexander. I think trying to go into like the red-white control. I'm not seeing any of the black. We are seeing blue, so blue is potentially open. Not seeing anything that's like huge. Like the Eris Rescue. And there's also like a dual land here. Create 3 token. Dual land. Just take the Paladin's Arms, Warrior's Sword. We are still seeing some of the blue. Blue is open, then maybe we actually end up having to go blue-white. And if we go blue-white, then the Sentinel is really good for that. No Villers gets really big with all the tokens we can make. Pixie is also really good, actually. Okay, so yeah, we're starting to look like we might be blue-white artifacts. Yeah, I think we're starting to look like blue-white artifacts, so we actually end up grabbing like the cat here. Which means I absolutely would have wanted to grab the Thieves Knife first pick rather than the Intervention, but the Intervention is like good enough to splash. So like if we grab we could be on the lookout for like a white-black dual land or a blue-black dual land. They'll play that pretty nicely. I'm not sure how splashable Geote or Wallace are going to be. but I at least have an idea of what the blue-black deck is going to look like. Scorpion Sentinel can block a lot of things really early on. But the Pixie and the Gallicat were really set there. Probably the Paladin's Arms now, right? Keycare Merchant also blocks nicely really early on. Magic Pot adds to the attack count. Probably just like grab one Paladin's Arms at least. Oh yeah, we're getting rewarded for a big time. I can grab like a second one. Grab the Merchant. Grab Syncopate. That's kind of a late Light of Judgment, isn't it? Grab a Syncopate just to have that one on hand. A Sahagin came all the way back. That's huge for us because now we can start looking at artifacts that cost 4 or more, like the Magitech armor. Start looking at the Esper. Oh my, I just noticed my thing covers my sideboard. Let's see. Iceflon, Warrior Sword. That's a super late Phantom Train. Guess we'll take the Flan, though. Tap target artifact or creature. Put a stun counter on it. Rook turret. Okay, yep. I don't mind seeing Adventurous Airship this late either. Questis is easily the best card out of this pack, except for the White Orsite that's right here. Dragoon's Wyvern, also really good. It's really hard for me to not want Questis, but like the White Orsite is right there. Questis Trip. I love Questis, especially now that I've been playing Final Fantasy VIII. But love to see the Wyvern come back. I just want like, I think it's just like easy. We'll definitely want to grab some more early blockers. We'll want to grab one of those key currents when they come back. Wouldn't mind seeing some more Sahagin. I'm still willing to like splash for the artifact or creature controls. Put a stun counter on it. Probably not playing that. So like we still need lots of playables to make this work. I would love to see like a combat. Ooh, seeing Questis come back, but also Sahagin, Duck, Monk's Fist, Blitzball. Crystal's Chosen is also just really, really good. Both of these are fantastic, but like the stuck is removal. I've currently got Intervention, Auracite, maybe a Syncopate, but I think I'd go ahead and might grab my Questis here. Lightning Army of 1 on the... Ooh. That's not a card I can splash, unfortunately. He holds equipment really well. I would love to go for that, but we've also got Sid here. For each artifact in your graveyard, pumps up artifact creatures and heroes. Magitech Infantry is really good. Ice Magic is also really good. It's another again. I can't take the Lightning as much as I want to. I don't even know that it's the Sid. But maybe it is. I think I take the Ice Magic, unfortunately. Ice Magic's just... There's another Sahigan. There's also a removal spell here with Fate of the Sunsist. I'm going to go ahead and take the Fate here so that way we just like have more removal. Now we've got Fate, White Orsite, Sephiroth, and Ice Magic is Bounce. That's a pretty good place to be in terms of like just having the removal. Plus being able to pay the full cost of Sunsist is going to pump the Sahagin. Hopefully at least one more of those come back around on the field. There's a combat tutorial I want. Nice. But we're already splashing black for ultimate. I'm already willing to splash for the intervention. Being able to splash for the Ultimecia too is just like really nice on top of that. Gives us a really good top end. Quest is coming back around it. Do I want the Sahigan or do I want the White Mage's Staff now? I think I take the White Mage's Staff here. Because there are still quite a few Sahigan coming around. Which if we see at least one more on the wheel, Makes me feel really good. The Air's Rescue Mission, White Orsite. Hope? Could be Hope. Also got Clap on Moogle, who's really good. Cycler. The Crystal Fragment is whatever. Aerith Rescue. I want. I'm willing to pick up Hope. I think Hope wears the equipment very well. And we do want to pick up like some more of those. Like the Lionheart here is really good. That's exactly what I want. It's a non-creature that costs 4 more. And it's also removal. Actually, kind of starting to get really heavy on the 4-drop, so I need to make sure that we're curve. Pixie also holds equipment really well, so on a White Mage staff, that's going to be unblockable. And we get back the Quistis again. I wasn't expecting that, but is that just better than the Merchant is a reload? I think I'll take a second quick. Yep, there we go. Get the second Sahagin. Ooh, we get a third Sahagin or another Sid. I think I'm actually going to take another Sahagin. And then we just need to have a bunch of ways to trigger them. So, like, Quistis can also help out with that. Because she can recast our intervention, she can recast our rescue mission, recast Fate of the Sun system, and then anything that our opponent can do. So we got, like, the ice magic here, too. Scorpion Sentinel going long. Galacat. Getting better with the extra stuff that we have. The Sahagin can hold in the Paladin's arms. I'll take a free lock hole. Like, we're pretty Esper, so we really want to start looking out for any of our dual lands. Sure, yeah, absolutely. Or Sahagin. So, with that in mind, we're almost definitely going to prioritize grabbing... that's way too many Sahagin. Primal Oath. That is really, really tempting. Grudo's alright. Reno Rude. Oven's Veto, which is one of the pack cards. Crossroads here would help us fix. I think it's Dreams of Laguna, though. Dreams of Laguna can flash back. And if we do that, then we're probably taking out... Might be the lock. No, we don't need that many stuff. Another dream... I mean, why not? That's going to give us some really good protection. Might be pull out the lock hole. Yeah, we've got like 12 creatures. Cloud Moogle, Dragon's Wyvern's probably like the best card in the pack. Phyton's one that we could splash, but I don't think we really need to. Laboratory Mania. Go ahead and grab the Dragoon. We might not, probably don't need to run the Galacat anymore. Have the Wyvern. I still kind of like Hope. Sentinel's fine. Pixie good. White Mage Staff is good. Might not need Paladin's Arms anymore. Honestly, we're not really even in like the Artifacts deck anymore. Darlene's a good one here. Target opponent mills half their library rounded down. That is interesting. But I don't think it's what we want. Brainstorm. They just know this is full. I just want the... Like, we actually just have enough playables. I might want to pick up, like, one more piece of though. We do have double Quistis. It's magic, so, like, we have a decent speed of removal. Not what I would call fantastic, but is this a Swallowed by Leviathan moment? It might be Golbaz. I could see trying to split Golbaz in you. Like, maybe replace the Sentinel for him. A little harder on our mana. Target creatures available to... I think it's Swallowed by Leviathan. Retrieve the Esper. That's exactly what I'm looking for. We're giving up the Trino, but that's just exactly what I want. Attacks are starting to come a lot faster now. Trying to make cuts as we go. Stolen Uniform, Yoshi P, Rook Turret. Fair. Gee, the Esper really good for triggering the Sahagi. Yeah, I can take a Dovin's though. Put back the Wallaby Leviathan. Creatures we have 11 L13. Did not get the additional fixing that we wanted. Gotta make a couple of cuts still. It might be cut lock then. Cut lock coal. I think I still leave the crystal fragments out. 1 mana to like re-equip. Oh, it's not bad. Hello, hello. Hey, Brony Man! Thanks for stopping by. Oh, you know what? You know what I forgot to do? Got the note. Change in the title. We're not doing. I mean, we're not doing Brawl. We're doing. Okay, so let's see. One, two, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, potentially 14. I would have liked to have seen that Crystal's Chosen Wheel around, but this full removal. Full removal. I don't want to like not run this Sephiroth intervention. That's for sure. I didn't even get to see a chance to see the ball come back. But the Dreams of Laguna is going to help us big. Got like 1, 2, 3 equipment here though, so maybe the best card here. Ah, that's probably right. Uh, 15 blue, 7 white. Probably even. Got like 1 more land to have. What are we having right now? Put in a. Make that work? I hate that. We're pretty much going to be buying on this Sahi again. I did get a couple copies of Guna, but I can't help but feel like missed out on something. Oh well. 2 copies of Quistis as opposed to the Merchant for reload purposes. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe I'm supposed to go cut a copy and then run a Merchant. Because the 1/4 is going to block more effectively, and we can cash it in for a draw 3 later on. That's probably about right. I could just like have 5 Sahagin. 5 Sahagin. I'd be able to trigger it somewhat reliably too. What would that look like, though? I would have to cut the paladin's arms. Paladin arms is like a equip 4. White mage staff is a +1/+1, and 3 mana is like significantly less. Do I like that? Maybe I do. Maybe I prefer having like a Swall by Leviathan. I could also just like swap the paladin's arms for another Gallicat. I kind of like that, just like having flyer supremacy. At which point you might want to consider like the Rook turret, because that is a 3/3 flyer as well. Maybe for tempo purposes, this is what it looks like. And then we also have like instant ramen. Like a 3/3 flyer for 4 is already like, yeah. Also got like the poo poo here. Poo poo better than the sentinel, because the sentinel gets big eventually, but the poo poo blocks flyers. We already have like big flyers. Yeah, I think that's fine. Not on like blue-white artifacts, which is more like on white flyers. Let's go ahead and ship. All right, so we're trying to get 7 wins before we get 3 losses. Is how it goes. On the potential that we end up going 0-3 out, if there's any time left in the magic hour, we'll go ahead and switch over to brawl. Otherwise we'll be over hour and we'll go into Final Fantasy XIV. Not what I would like to. I had to take a mulligan on that. Dovin's veto. Not ideal, but we can ice magic and we can Sahagin. I was not prepared for that many Sahagin to wheel. But like, what else are you gonna do? At least now we know that if we just like get a massive load of them, like maybe I do actually play 4 or 5 of them, and then just like watch as they murder everything in sight. Let's go ahead and we'll drop the Sahagin now. And then what I'll do is I'll end of turn Dreams of Look, assuming that we don't hit anything that we need to worry about. Also leaves up my ice magic. Hey, that's what we'd like to see. And then this also leaves us open to start scaling the Sahagin. Grand Pulse Ochu. Okay. Am I willing to ice magic that? Probably not. I might need to like fade it instead. So it will be better to just like flashback Dreams of Lagoon, get in for 2. Okay. The Syncopate is also interesting in this deck because it does scale up. So if we cast it for X = 3, then that also scales up our Sahagin. You know what I should have done? I should have gone back and I should have rewatched my drafts from last time that Final Fantasy was on flashback. Because then what I could have done is I could have, you know, learned from my mistakes. I don't think there's a white 1-drop. But we definitely don't have any black 1-drops. Like Intervention. See, that's it. I need to double check my counts. But I forgot that. Oh, the Oversight is like double white, so I might actually need to balance that out just a wee. I remember. Let's see. What? Let's see. I do not need a double black, despite the fact that means I will never transform ultimate. Just trying to find that second white sword. Which, if I can find it... What did I grab over that black-white dual land? Ooh, Sephiroth's Intervention. Absolutely. Gonna take. Now we can cast this. Kill their big thing. We got Fate of the... that we can cast and kill something. Like, probably kill... Let's see. This destroys target not... So maybe we Intervention. Getting rid of the Ifrit early does deny them like some selection and some mana, but it is gonna go away. Guys, speak Beaver. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Reveal an artifact, creature, or land, and add to your hand. The rest go in the bottom in a random order. Town Greeter. Is that Ochu gonna be worth killing? Ah, they made the decision for me. Gotcha. And I've got Syncopate here, or whatever their big play is. Yeah, I definitely need more white. Otherwise, white Orsite's going to be a dead card. Anyway... There was a deck that I played last time where we actually went all in on the red Rapier. It was like a super aggro red-white deck. I think I got to 4 wins on that one. That one felt pretty good. And honestly, we might even be able to potentially like solo with the Sahagin if we can just like protect it. Got, let's see, 3, 4, 5. We could Syncopate for 2 if we really needed to. A Sabotender, I can kill that. Not too worried. Ice Magic, I really would prefer to hold on to. Town Greeter, that's fine. From father to son, so they're playing like a... They have like... What would they have? What would they... What big... Maybe like the whale, actually? I could see them being having the whale. I do want to like leave up Syncopate, so like we only need to leave it up for 1. So if I hit another land, that's pretty good for me. This might be a scenario where I just Fate, kill the Grand Pulse. No, I think I just take this. Or it does go away in a couple turns. That's what I like to... Maybe I kill the Sabotender then? As weird as it is, I think I'm killing... Chocobo's Kick is awesome. I just like attacking and then letting them jump. I don't think I am. I think I'm actually just like right here. I think until I draw more Sahagin, I'm actually just on full control mode. Which might actually mean putting more of the Sahagin in. Swap out a Galacat. Sahagin come down a lot faster. Yep. 3, 6, 7. Cycling the airship crash. Great for us. Excalibur 2. Whenever you gain life, you put a charge counter on. Okay. Well, so then they must have like a salvagers, I guess? It must be like a salvagers. A Sephiroth's Intervention would also work. Yeah, sure thing. As weird as it is, I think I need... That is really interesting. Cast a block. Go ahead and... They don't have extra mana. Did they play a land for the turn? I don't think they did. So this is like a Vane's Treachery. I can still counter that. And then what? Just get rid of the Death Toucher? Might just be get rid of a Death Toucher time then. Now I'm going to use the Fate of the Sun Gist very specifically, because then I have 1 extra mana for Sephiroth's Intervention. Retrieve the Esper is so good here! Leave up the Ice Magic and the Syncopate in case something happens. I can only Syncopate for 1 though, so if they drop anything that is exactly 6 mana, 7 mana, can't do nothing about it. Wait, hold on. Why do they have From Father to Son if they don't have any white? Old map? Yeah, I can always Ice Magic that away. That's fine. I don't think I even care about that token at this point, right? I probably just Ice Magic for tempo. And then I can flashback, retrieve the Esper on the next turn. Yeah, I think I Ice Magic the Chocobo. And then I just beat in with the Esper token. What is going on here? Are there any black wraths that I'm not thinking of? I don't think so. I've got him on a 2-turn clock. I'm not going to play out the Retrieve the Esper. And Syncopate is going to, like, single-handedly bring me up anyway. It's just, like... I don't know what's going on here. But like, then again, I guess we are in bronze, aren't we? So 5, 6, 7. Got 7 mana. I can do X equals 6. Gain control of target creature. So I'll do X equals 5, I guess. They might have had a line where it's like, take control of the Sahagin, play a card, and then kill me. But like, now the best thing that I can imagine them doing is... What were they doing? Let's see. Still trying to like figure out exactly what was going on here. Card. Might have just been a new player. This definitely leads me to think that maybe we're actually playing like some sort of Esper control deck. And that my... Oh, we actually have 6, 7. 6, 7? Little kitties in chat going crazy. Yeah, we have 7 swords. Might even like need to replace the ice. I might replace the Icelon though with a Kupo. Because what I actually need is a way to search for white. Google will even put a counter on something. I guess the Sahagin block as well as the Merchant does. So like, give me another Sahagin. Dragoon's Wavering Quistis Trip though are still really good. Rook Turret is just like a 3/3 flyer, but I don't know if that's not better or worse than just like potentially playing Wall by Leviathan. Just making the adjustment as we go. For 5 Sahagin is probably like pushing it. 5 Sahagin is probably pushing it. I think I would cut the work to it just for like another counter spell, rather than playing the Gallicat that needs artifacts in play to get bigger. Was this trap is still there, but this does kind of mean that we need both swamps if we want to be able to transform Ultimisia. Something to keep in mind. I think I passed a blue-black and a black-white dual land, didn't I? Did. Alright, Charlie Nation Scholar, Sahagin, Scorpion Sentinel. Perfectly reasonable hand of Magic the Gathering. I think I like playing out the Sentinel first. The Sentinel eats it to a braid, just like the Sahagin does. But the Sentinel also was mulliganing very aggressively. Love to see that. This is a draft format. This is a format where I am paying a thing in order to play, and then I would like to get a full return on playing. So like, as much as I want to play good games of Magic with Final Fantasy TM, I am not above taking free wins. Ooh, opponent went down to 3. Holy. That is, Grand Ochu, okay. Now that I have 2 Sahagi, I think I'm okay with, like, putting one out there. And then we'll actually go into double Sahagi. Double Grand Post Ochu, okay. Well, that's not ideal. Like, that holds the line pretty well, actually. But it does also mean that my Sahagin start breaking through here. Am I willing to, like... I'm willing to just, like, trade Sahagin aggressively. I might be, actually. I think I'm supposed to aggressively trade. Because they have, like, what? 1 card? I've got Scorpion Sentinel. In which case, like, I was probably supposed to trade the Sentinel, but if we get to a point where I just, like, draw a bunch of cards... Alright, now we're in a position where I'm just going to go ahead and keep pushing damage, and they want to block with their Ochu. It's better than them snapping me down. I guess technically they could have had like a blitzball or something. Like, I just lost 2 of my Sahagin. That's whatever. We're going to start beating him down. Like, every draw from this point forward gets me going faster. Let's... tap up to 3 creatures, put a stun counter on them. Like, they're really stuck on resources. I'm gonna try and, like, get them. That punishes me a little bit, but... Ooh. Like I said, we take those. Double Ochu, though. I probably would have wanted to put out the Scorpion Sentinel if I was going to try and aggressively trade like that, but I think my general mindset was, at that point, every land that I draw gets me closer to having like a 4/4 beater. Without having to, like, draw into explicitly spells, whereas with the Sahagin, if I'm not drawing into spells, then they are just kind of, like, sitting around not doing a whole lot. But the Sahagin definitely scale up a lot faster. Not a good hand. White Mage Staff, Fate, Laguna, Sahagin, Wyvern. I can cast the White Mage Staff. We're on the draw. find like a blue, it unlocks our whole hand, and we have something. We have like 2 draw steps to find a blue source. I'd rather it be the other way around though. Go pay Wyvern, Lionheart. Keep the 6. Put back the... It might be put back the... We're actually just going to be like super far behind now. Yep, there's a Blazing Bomb. Flight. I'm just like not doing it. There's 2 turns. Sucks. Ah! Abo Tender. Sahagin on the top. You'll love to see that. And honestly, if they go for like... Ooh, Forest. They could have Thunder Magic, which would shock my Sahagin after the attacks. And if that happens, then... What do I want to do? I want to block the Sabo Tender. They have a Chocobo Chick. Yep, go ahead, play the Wyvern. Pass the turn. We'll play out the Lionheart next turn. Probably take out either the Blazing Bomb or the Sabo Tender. Blazing Bomb can take out my Wyvern, but they can only do that at sorcery speed. Yeah, they can do that at sorcery speed. Oh, they got their own. Okay, so yeah, that takes out the Wyvern. In which case, I'm definitely going to take out the bomb. The bomb scales too fast. And then I have to decide whether I'm attacking or blocking. 3-2. Ouch. The opponent's running out of gas here real heckin' quick. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take out the Blazing Bomb before it has a chance to mess with us. And then I am currently not the beatdown. As much as I want to be. Ron, thank you so much for the strip check. But just to re-equip so we can turn the Sahagin into a 4-5 beater. You know what, if I draw like another flyer, the move. Cast a non-creature if it's 4 or more. There's a 4-3. This is probably a scenario where I absolutely don't block a preserve total. I've got another Sahagin here. I could drop the Cloud Moogle Plane Cycle so that way I could absolutely hit with Aura. And if I do that, I'll have 3 mana left over. 3 mana left over. I think for now... See, this would also be a 4-3. I can also just like make a bunch of 1/1s and that would actually force a really, really bad trade. I think I like that more. And we're still not doing it. They might have Fire Magic, but then that takes out their Sabo Tender too. Can't pat Hero, so she gets to be a Shrimp instead. I mean, I don't have a head pat redeem because I don't really care for just like people head patting me, you know? I want to get this other Sahagin online, so I think I need to... So if I don't... Okay, yep, that's another token. So I definitely need to swap over this. Wait, hold on, what? What would they have? What would they have for 1 green mana? Hold on. To hit up. That fine. I equal fine. Tifa's Limit Break, which would give target creature +2/+2. So if it's +2/+2, that kills my Sahagin. That'd be a 6/6. Honestly, let's see them use it. Let's see them use it, because if they use it here, Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll cycle away this Cloud Moogle because we need to hit another land drop. And then White Mage Staff or another Sahagi. It might be a Sahagi because then I can Dream to the Laguna on the next turn. Nah, it's got to be White Mage Staff. We are still not in the beatdown just yet, but the White Mage's Staff is pretty important here. Because I do want to start, like, actually beating back. We can play a Sahagi. We can equip it with the Lionheart. Sahagi that we currently have blocks pretty much anything that they equip the Lionheart to. So yeah, get the Sahagi online next turn. Sorceress's Scheme. Get back the Chocobo, Glacial Green. Gotcha. Yep, that's pretty good. I think I pretty much just like attack with the token, right? I attack with the token. I can get my... No, not just yet. Here's a token. Here's... Patch there. Pass turn. I'm not ready to start wailing in just yet. But I've got 2 Dreams of the Laguna that I can start digging through. I can even use one to find a land drop. Ideally, I would be able to re-equip the White Mage's Staff as well. Oh, that's Gilgamesh, Master of Arms. There's your attacks. Look at the top 6. Put any number of equipment onto the battlefield. When you put one or more equipment on the battlefield this way, you may attach them to a samurai you control. So, Bard Bow. Okay, I really need to start digging that. Because I am in danger. Retrieve the Esper is huge for us. But I think I need to hit another land drop. Crystal Fragments is not what I'm looking for. I'm gonna do it again. Sephiroth's Intervention is really good. But I'll take it. But I feel really bad about it. I really wanted the tempo of being able to play out the Pixie too. We have a ton of stuff that we can do, but we need help. Alright, yep, that's a 3/4 Mysidian Elder. If Greg attacks, then we have to jump. Oh, they're gonna go all out. Shit. Oh, God. The boys block here. They could have a Precious Wanderings, I guess. Or a +3/+3 Blitzballer. And if that happens, I think that happens, and I just gotta, like, take what I can get. So... Go over there. The Chocobo is a problem long term. This Chocobo goes up to 5 if it's Precious Wanderings. No. 3, 4... Take 2, 5, 6. Like, if it's a Blitzball strike, then... Blitzball shot? Yep, okay. So they're just using that to win that fight. And that is not what I wanted. Not even a little bit. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4 attackers that get through. Yeah, I was on the back foot this entire fight and I just couldn't establish momentum. Trying to think if there's a way for me to stabilize here. Probably needed to throw away the Sephiroth in a case. I could bounce Gilgamesh. But that doesn't do anything. Retrieve the Esper doesn't help. Pixie doesn't block. SG. Oof, that is rough. Hey, Hero, you can play the Hero Tribal when the Marvel set is released on Arena? I could. Don't really want to, but I could. Okay. Let's see. We had to go down to a 6 on that. Maybe I was a little greedy by holding on to the Moogle. I wanted to see another draw step before I decided to cycle away. I feel like there's some small stuff there that I definitely could have done to try and play around some stuff. Maybe get the hogging going for sooner. Maybe I needed to start attacking back in. You want Squirrel Girl so you can put it in your Squirrel deck? I'm glad you're excited. I'm glad you're excited to play more Squirrels than Squirrel Girl. Hard to say exactly what I would have done. Maybe I actually want. Oh god, did I even see like any world maps? I don't know that I did. All 3 colors: Pixie, Sentinel, Dreams of Laguna. Start off blue, and go into white. Play out Sentinel. Play out Sentinel so we don't take early damage. Go into play double white. Get that online. Yep, Fenrir's online. Dovin's Veto. Is it worth holding that up at this stage in the game? They're currently Abzan. They could have a removal spell. If I wait like one more turn, I would need to have a blue. If I can use Dreams of Laguna to find that extra blue. That might actually be better than playing out the Pixie right now. Anything in the Marvel set that excites me? Not in particular. I think there's some stuff in there that I'm kind of interested in adding to the Universes Beyond cube. But I'm also doing the Universes Beyond cube to give me a reason to get excited for Universes Beyond properties. But nothing like really excites me. Nothing's really particularly evocative. There's some cards that are in there and I'm like, you know what? That's cool, I guess. Precious Wanderings. This is where we're going to use the Dovin's Veto. Alright, so that's going to be White Source number 2. Let's drop Womp then. I could use Precious Wanderings for myself if I... Oh, wait, no. Was I supposed to Laguna first? I might have been supposed to do first. We'll get to play Ultimecia next turn kind of regardless, so I'll play out the Pixie here. Generally speaking, I don't get excited for Universes Beyond. I was excited for Final Fantasy, but that's because I am really into Final Fantasy 14, and so I was excited to check out all the stuff. And then there were a ton of cards that felt incredibly evocative. I don't really feel that way with any of the other designs that they've been coming out, so it is what it is. That Archer messes with my Pixie. Alright, so now we have Precious Wanderings, but I want to ult. Yeah. I'll take a double black. Oh, okay, so I don't need that much blue. The Sentry and the Wondrous Wasp are going to be strong guys to your Inez deck. Yeah, that's because you have like the fun yes there, don't you? Let's get rid of Dreams Laguna. Forgot about the Marlboro. Ah, shit, that ate my island. Right. Alright, yep, Marlboro's a problem. Aerith rescue mission is pretty cool, but... okay. Twistis can at least, like, call back some, yes. This is not ideal. Not ideal. I could Aerith rescue, but... I think I'm just gonna hold up Fate of the Sun this for now. You flashback Dreams in the Laguna so we can start digging. There's another Marlboro, sure. I'll lose the Aerith rescue. Well, they ate Swallowed by Leviathan, White Mage Staff. The Retrieve within the Esper sucks, but, like, it's not huge. Facial Greens, sure. I might even just, like, just hit the Bard's Bow, actually. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hit the Bard's Bow. Because that's gonna let my Pixie start attacking it. Ooh, Cloud Moogle, that's a good one. And then, actually, if I put a counter on the Sentinel also blocks the Marlboros really good. Don't need that. Alright, we're in. We're gonna start playing Resentful Revelation to start digging. Honestly, so, like, this is the weirdest thing, right? I'm not interested in any of the remainder sets that are coming out. Like, there's gonna be stuff that'll come out, and that'll be kind of cool. That's Quest Rep. I just want to Fade again. Yeah, I'm just gonna Fade again, so that's 4, 5, 6. I guess I hold the island in case they have, like, one more. Double island means I can potentially, like... Got 6 in the graveyard right now. This is weird, but I'm gonna leave that on top, actually. And that does serve, like, 2 purposes, right? Because if they have, like, if they play like an Heck die or anything, and they make me discard this, I have another land on top that I can rip off. And then Quistis comes in and she fates. Why am I not flashing back Dreams of Laguna, by the way? Hexhaven is interesting, and the inverted version of knowing magic creatures and planeswalkers is interesting as well. I don't. Like, I'm glad that you find that interesting. I think Fran does too, my buddy Fran. I really don't think that kind of thing is all that exciting or fun or interesting. Just kind of like whatever. Am I actually just dead here? I might actually just be dead here, right? Because I have to block here, block here. That's 6, 7, 10, 12. Oh no, that's Xaxes. Whoops. Yeah, that was also beating. What happened there? I mean, like, yeah, I got Marlboro twice. Greedy Heap with the swamp, maybe? I shouldn't have swum with the Moogle, is what it was. Yeah, I shouldn't have swum with the Moogle. I could have blocked Torgal at that point. No, I just got outvalued. Damn. Yeah, he just wants more in-universe stuff. Same. Okay, maybe what I'm supposed to do actually is cut this down to 7, go up to 3. Am I supposed to, like, cut the Cloud Moogle and go up a land, though? I think that's what it is. I don't have enough cyclers to do that, so let's go ahead and back up to 17. And then I can play the Lock Coal. play control with that. That's probably what I need to do. I don't think the deck is bad by any means, but maybe I'm just missing something. Like, I could play the Gallicat instead. We have a couple of artifacts to play. Maybe the Crystal Fragments is also just, like, not ideal. And what I do is I still get to include Cloud Moogle. Don't get to cut a land for it. It's fine. IDK of my opponents find it very fun, but yeah, there was 2 mana Flash Flyers released last Alchemy set that basically revitalized your love for NES. Yo, that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. How much did I like Secrets of Strixhaven? Honestly, I loved Secrets of Strixhaven. I really like Strixhaven in general. I really love Quandrix, and I like Lorehold. Silvercool is cool. Witherbloom is cool. Prismari is cool, although I'm not really like a fan of Rutha. I've got beef with Rutha specifically, but I did really like Secrets of Strixhaven. That one was a fun revisit. Plus, like, you know, Lorehold was an actual deck that you can play in that one. Okay, a little more reasonable. Throw back the Syncopate. Actually, you know what? Throw back the Dovin's V, actually. Alright, so we'll go ahead, we'll go blue. Syncopate plays better with, you know, flooding out. Me with Beavers. Okay, good. We'll go ahead and we'll play out the Pixie next because I don't see anything that we have to block. It might be worth holding up the Syncopate rather than playing out the set. We'll get some new info. So, Womp is our off color, but it's not what I want to be seeing right now. Am I just racing like a 2-3? I might be. I think with the Dreams of Laguna here, I'm okay with just like holding up mana for Syncopate and letting Kina hit me for a turn. What did Rutha do? Rutha didn't do anything. It's that her flavor text is... Art is never, like, finished, merely abandoned. I hate that saying. I hate that saying so much. I know for some artists, it's, like, a completely good and valid thing to do. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and paint this. Yep, okay, so we get rid of Garuda. That's great. You love to see that. Retrieve the Esper is a great grab. Go ahead and drop in Sentinel. I hate the idea of, you know, you're abandoning your project when you're done. I don't believe that for 1 second. I don't believe that for 1 second. I understand what it's trying to convey, but, like, absolutely awful take. But, like, you know, she's a college student. She doesn't really know what she's doing. Is this like... Would they have, like, a Blitzball open if they were doing that? I'll go ahead and take the 2 here. Then we'll go ahead and draw our Esper. Let's see. Google Cloud? Yeah, let's go Google Cloud. And then we have to make a decision on what exactly we're putting the counter on. We can put on the Sentinel, and the Sentinel becomes slightly better at blocking. Especially with the Paladin arms. I kind of don't mind that. Oh, right. They do have that, don't they? They do have sacrifice their frog in order to make a thing. Strix is fine, but I like my ally color pairs. That's probably fair, but also, like, I do kind of prefer enemy pairs more often than not. In my eyes, the enemy pairs make for much more fun dynamics to explore philosophically. The new Ruth of flavor text is the great thrill of perfection is that we'll always be chasing it. See, that's another horrible take. That is another really bad take that I really do not like. Because, like, you really shouldn't be trying to chase perfection, right? That is perfectionism. That is the thing that keeps you from actually getting shit done. Just retrieving the Esper here. Might just retrieve the Esper just to, like, have it out. I'm not finding my Sahagin fast enough. Weirdly enough. White Mage's Rod. Probably a fine thing to do. Do that next turn. So then am I playing retrieve the Esper now, or am I playing Lion? Let's play Lionheart now. Use that to shoot the token. I think it's mean. She'll always try to do better. I mean, like, yeah, that is what it means. But, like, I have a problem with that mindset. I have a big problem with that mindset. I can either Lionheart and equip. Kina's going to be a 6/6. I think I just have to get rid of Kina now. Let's go combat attack. Attack. Drop that. In Prismari, we have Dean Perfection and Dean Expression. See, like, I know. I understand the rhetoric that's happening here, right? Like, I understand the thought process. But as a creative, I hate it. As someone whose, like, job is to do the thing, I hate it a lot. I just, like, going for it. I think I'm just, like, going for it, right? There's a Sahagin. We'll keep that because that actually draws us cards. Like, maybe this is a personal thing. But, like, I just really, really struggled with perfectionism when I was working on stuff. So, to hear people, like, hold perfection on a pedestal, that really gets my goat. That really, really, really makes me angry. Oh wait, I don't have the mana to do that, huh? I don't have... I have like 8 life remaining. Like in Dreams of Laguna... I guess the Sahagi box? Then I can also equip the Lionheart here. To me, perfection is the enemy of done, right? Oh, could I have actually just set up a 2-turn clock if I hadn't done that? Yeah, I'll go ahead and, like, look here. Then they have, like, another thing. Like, I'm gonna retrieve the Esper again next turn. Alright, so yeah, they do have protection. That's whatever. Ambrosia Whiteheart. Pick up the Paladin Arm. Suncyst. How much do I care about Suncyst? Probably care about it like a minimum amount. Paladin's Arms gives what? +2/+1? Bounds arms gets plus. Leave Questa's trap on top. Renoa! Okay, well, I'll have to knock out Renoa, obviously. This is just like a 2-turn clock if I... Tap. Hold on. This is +3/+3. 6, 7, 8. 3, 6. If I had like one more mana, that would work. I could Slash of Light. That would be 1, 2, 4, 5. Twisted Slash of Light's pretty good. I like Twisted Slash of Light. Sephiroth, good there. Then equip the Lionheart. That way she trades more favorably. Perfection's the enemy of done. Honestly, I think of better stats rather than like trying to chase perfection or saying that, oh, you know, you're abandoning the project. Do like, make it like 80% good, right? Make your project 80% good. Because what you, the artist, think of as being like, you know, perfect or finally done, no. Get to the point where you're like 80% of the way there, and then just call it done and put it out in the world. Significantly better feeling than trying to, like, you know, just do the thing. Because guess what? When you are making the thing, when you are regularly making the thing, you are getting better. When you are just like making stuff, that is when you are getting better, much more so than when you're just like trying to figure stuff out. Dovin's veto stops. It's not no. I just feel very strongly about the idea of like magnum opuses and trying to get stuff done. I was just watching a interview with Joe Cat. Oh, we are actually like running the normal. I was watching an interview with Joe Cat and he talks about this exact same thing. He hates the idea of trying to get things just right. Classic story, right? You have a class of kids learning pottery. You tell one group of kids, you only have to make one. You only have to make one pot, just make it the best one that you can. Versus telling the other half, I want you to make as many as possible. Class that makes as many as possible, those are the ones that are going to succeed in life. Those are the ones that are going to succeed as artists. White bread. Welp. Alright, let's hope the Sahagin block. Alright, Galacat. Pretty good. Let's go. Here's white. This means that we can play Auracite or Lionheart next turn. Lionheart might just hit the token. Warrior Sword. I might just take that and take the 3 that. Oh, Jesus Christ, right. The Galacat gets huge too. That's a lot of damage really fast. The Pixie kind of gets worse with the Galacat. Yeah, we'll trade the Pixie off with the token, I think. Take the 3. Alright, so here's this. Now we can go ahead and... we hit the cat, then the token becomes a huge problem. The Warrior Sword might actually just be the bigger problem. like, weird, but true, I think. Because, like, the token we don't care about. The Gallicat, they need to have more removal. Next turn, I could play the Lionheart and equip it for the Sahagin. Would you like to hear the flavor text of the Dean of Expression? It's, every piece you create is the result of 1,000 choices. Follow your heart and you cannot choose wrong. See, that one is good. That one is good. Okay, let's... So here, if they have, like... Do I play the Lionheart and then just, like, start smashing in? I think I do. I play the Lionheart, Sahagin triggers. This comes into play, shoot the token so that way the token doesn't get to, like, do extra stuff. Whip the Sahagin. And then attack in. Battle menu! Woof! Magitech Infantry, that's really bad for me. That is also really bad for me. Ice Magic is a-okay, but... Gotta pull up the Gallicat now. While I currently don't have Restoration Magic available. Ice Magic... That might end up having to just be a bounce, just to, like, save myself some tempo. Save myself, like, some extra turn life. Especially if they're gonna end up spending... Alright, let's see if this works. If they have Restoration, then I get blown the hell out. Battle menu. Destroy target creature power 4 or greater. Alright. Kupo time. Kupo with a Gunblade. It's like I said. It was an issue. It was beef with Rutha specifically. And, you know, that's why she's the student. The professor is the professor, you know? I am 10,000%. Oh. I gotta find some gas. Got like 4 cards in my graveyard. Or I could pay for Ultimisia's transform cost too. I mean, if they have something, they have something. This is 1-0 as long as you control another artifact. Gotcha. Alright, so I can slash for 2. I can slash for 2. Magitech armor 4, 7, 8. I can quest this and eat the Magitech armor. The knight doesn't do anything. What am I grabbing here? Yeah, I think I have to play Quistis, hit the armor, and then let her suit up the Gunblade. I can block the 1-1 at least. So they have like 1-1 equipped with Red Mage. Hey, how's the draft silliness? We're currently fighting for our life. I may not have drafted like the coolest blue-white deck. Alright, we take the 7 there. Just need to rip straight gas. Oh, that is huge. You'll love seeing that. Alright, Quistis gets to inherit the Gunblade. I don't think I'm attacking just yet. Sometimes you fight for your life, sometimes you make the opponent beg for theirs. You know what it is? Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, and I'm like, you know, we're still having fun. We're still having fun, and I got this off of the draft tokens, so it's all fine. I just would really, really, really love pulling, like, say, an Ultimisia off the top so we can actually stabilize a bit. Flavor win with Quistis holding Swall's Gunblade. Never played draft, but you're going to the Marvel pre-release this week, which is practically draft. Honestly, I think I like sealed a lot more than like draft because it's fun to just throw things together. Also, another target creature gains flying. Okay. We might be cooked, chat. So this is 3. This is 3. That's 6. If they have like any spells to pump, they were just dead on board. Guess there's no reason for me to not attack with the Quistis at that point. Yeah. If they can even just like shock. Yeah, that's G. Alright. Disappointing result, but hopefully we learned something. I don't know what it is, but hopefully we learned something. What was... Oh, God. So, we got 3 wins, though. 3 wins is not, like... I want to be at 4 wins. 4 wins is usually the goal, but we managed to get 3 with this, so it's not, like, the worst. Oh, God. What do you think the issue was? We had, like, 5 Sahagin, but we didn't really have, like, a lot of ways to trigger them. Felt like... Sentinel, Pixie's good. Ice Magic's good. A lot of our interaction was on the slower side. Like, we had a good amount of interaction, but I think the issue was that we didn't have enough cheaper interaction. Our interaction ended up taking, like, a whole turn. Like, 5 pieces of interaction is usually going to be enough. The Sahagin... Yeah, I just don't think we had enough, like, around it. Yeah. We were trying to go all on the Sahagin and we didn't get enough of this. If we hooked up like the Summoner's Stuck Sanctuary, maybe that would have helped. We probably could have gone down 16 lands if we'd gone up another Cycler. We went into this thinking that we were going to be playing blue-white artifacts, and it just kind of ended up being blue-white mid. So maybe 3 and 3 is actually about right for a deck like this. Like, we didn't take Sid, and Sid would have been an amazing buff for all of our stuff. By the way, how did Brewing with Iron Spider go? Brewing with Iron Spider is still a work in progress. I don't have the, Go ahead and, like, proclaim our prize there. I don't have, like, all day to do brewing and fun stuff with Magic. Pretty much the only time I get to do any Magic stuff is when we come on to do stream. If I do it any other time, I get really hyper-focused and tunnel-visioned. So, like, right now, here's Iron Spider. I still have it set to the potential aggro configuration, but I think you're on the money that this might actually be a Paradox Engine deck instead. So, I'll try drafting that at some point. As it is, I just think Iron Spider is, like, in a really bad position stat-wise to survive an aggro deck, but at the same time, at, you know, turn 2 Lightning Greaves, turn 3 Spider tends to be okay. Sahagi, my beloved sea idiot. Those things are so good. I actually think that maybe if we'd gone into blue-red potentially, there might have been something there. I'm gonna have to go back and check the VOD. I'm gonna have to check the VOD. We were doing the, by the way, we are simul-streaming on YouTube right now. So if you head over to Hero Girls VT, the YouTube channel, you can go ahead and check out any early parts of the stream that you missed out. You can leave a comment telling what you would have picked, where and when. It just didn't look a lot. It didn't look to me like there was a lot open, but also there were so many Sahagin being passed around. It was like I just ended up with all 5 of those idiots, and I don't think I took enough things to trigger them. Got like 2 Lagunas. I probably could have taken a Stuck in the Summoner's Sanctum. That would have been all right. I think the Lorehold Deans have some good flavor text. The flavor text from Augusta Dean of Order from the card reduced to memory is: do not flinch for the horrors of the past. History's most important lessons are cloaked in terror and tragedy. That is a fantastic bit of flavor text. That is one I love. Very few of the Lorehold flavor texts miss, actually. Yeah. Actually, hold on. The ranked Yeah, competitive brawl is gone for now. For now. Yeah, for now. But it will be back next week. Until then, we have more Final Fantasy draft to do. And considering that we only have half an hour left in stream, we'll probably go and do some more brawl. Honestly, I don't even mind playing some Iron Spider today. Pets Sahagin out of Final Fantasy 14 precon just today. So I guess there's some poetry to that. Just feels kind of slow and kind of clashes with mostly running 3-cost spells. Yeah, yep. Well, the Final Fantasy 14 precon deck with Ishtola really wants to be casting. Oh no, she is 4. She is 3, isn't she? For some reason, I thought she was 4, but no, she's 3. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna demon double. Ishtola wants 3 mana. Yeah, she wants 3. Think I would curse out the Dean of Perfection if I were at Strixhaven? If I was at Strixhaven... Okay, first of all, if I was at Strixhaven, like me, myself, me, the hero girl, I would be a Lorehold girly, first of all. Like they're jockish, they're really into history. Basically, Lorehold is full of autistic YouTube essayists, right? That's what they are, first and foremost. So I would absolutely go there. Second of all, the school that I love writing about the most is Quandrix, because I feel like so much of the so much of what it is fits so well with like a character I have very specifically. I have a OC Blorbo that I named Ariel. Sack another artifact, draw a card, put a creature ends with 6 count. And so I really just love playing Quandrix whenever I play Strixhaven Limited, because playing Quandrix in Strixhaven Limited kind of lets me roleplay a bit. Thirdly, if I was in Prismari, yeah, absolutely, absolutely, that's 100% Cursed City right there. Has to be 6 or greater, right? Yeah, it has to be 6 or greater. So go to attackers, attack here. Stack, put a counter on this. Here, land drop for next turn. Play Cyst. And pass turn. Ishtola is 3 Yi. 3 values, so spells with X mana still count, which could trigger both. So it's not worth it to run 4 costs. Get value out of the little C of things. Yeah. See, I feel like modifying the 14 precon is gonna just like, it just takes a little bit of work, right? And it's almost a shame that you can't just like jam all of the 14 cards in there. Speaking of which, do I wanna... Oh, did I miss a point of damage? Oh, I missed a point of damage, right, because Nettlecyst gives it for each artifact I control. Gotcha. I feel like a lot of the really fun stuff that you could put into the 14 deck are also kind of antithetical to the 14 deck. Like, you wouldn't necessarily want to put Xenos in there. I think Venat is good for that one because you do have a decent amount of... Okay, then. Because you do have a decent amount of legends in the deck. You could put it in Booster Pack Selk, and that's probably fine. I don't think we're going to keep up with Yarok here, but... I'll play pretend, I guess. It's funny you would vibe with the Dean of Expression. Even though as a student, she caused an earthquake that destroyed part of the school building. For performance, she did get a standing ovation, though. I mean, like, people are just gonna have beef with each other no matter what, you know? You can have a completely reasonable take, and then that is just gonna be like, you know what? No, actually, we're enemies forever now. And that's not, like, through anyone's fault alone. That's just how life is. Flavor of the 14 deck is awesome, but it kind of muddies the water. Trying to be control, token generation for the whole Warrior of Light and job mechanics, while mashing the iconic characters into it. Quantum Riddler to reload. Okay, so then... This is basically... Yeah, that's basically... Basically. Unless you're Thorfinn. Unless you're Thorfinn, right. So, like, that's the other thing, too, right? There's a few different things that you could do with Final Fantasy XIV. The deck that I built is actually built to try and, like, emulate my, my personal Warrior of Light, my main character, my main account, Hiroko. And I built it as Jeskai Akiri partner with Esior. Oh, they're gonna bounce the Quantum Riddler. And honestly, boo, boo. Yeah, wait. Oh, right. Day of Judgment off of the key. Okay, right. Sure. And I really like the idea of, like, the job select living equipment stuff. I love the job select cards. I got some help from my buddy Fran to pick up the stuff I was missing. So this is where Yorick like takes over. Probably. Formations. The Overseer is not a bad draw. Not a fantastic draw, but not a bad draw. What is this? Exile target card from a graveyard. While I do that. Speaking of Thor, I think Worthy is a terrible mechanic. It kind of is, isn't it? Like, so in order to be worthy, all you have to do is not be a villain. Like, you don't like, just don't have the creature type villain. So, you know, fuck changelings. Pretty homophobic. And like during Pride Month, what the hell? Second of all, you just have to be a legendary red or white creature, so you can be Bant, Grixis, Esper, anything like that. Like, sure, yeah, you got a ton of cards that be worthy, but I think like the worst one of all is that you can use Tempted by the Ring to make like any little blib blob a legendary creature, and then suddenly they're worthy of Thor's hammer. That kind of like unspecializes like exactly how special that's supposed to feel, right? Like, granted, you could just like do that for any like any iteration of that besides Thor just being legendary is gonna be whatever. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've like long since lost this game. Because now they have Future Sight out and they're getting like all these different things. Let's just get like value our time and like move on to a different game. Haven't looked at the Marvel set at all till now. Don't know if I'd be surprised, disappointed, or perfectly whelmed if they include Spider-Man again. They did though. They did. So like, they did it. There is a Spider-Man in the Marvel set, and I'm just like, I get it, but why? Spider-Man to the rescue. this uncommon. Flash, Vigilance, Reach. When Spider-Man enters, you can tap him. If you do another target non-attacking creature gains indestructible until end of turn. It's kind of cool. It has some constructed utility. I think this is probably just going to be used as like a combat trick in green or white. One of those hybrid cards. And then, like, you don't even have to, and they reprinted them in the Jumpstart Commander set, too. So, like, you've got the common Spider-Man from the Spider-Man set. This is a new one. This is Miles Morales Spider-Man. So I don't mind as much. Double Strike. Why are there so many Peter Parker Spider-Man here? Astonishing Spider-Man. Finally, it's blue-red. I keep saying that Peter Parker is a blue-red character, but like, god damn it! If that Bant versus Spider-Man didn't like, you know, throw that in my face or whatever. And then there's also like, actually, you know what? I'll say this. Amazing Spider-Girl, significantly more playable than the other Spider-Girl. Spider-Girl Legacy Hero. I was a huge fan of Mayday Parker's comic run, but the fact that, you know, her card in the de facto Spider-Man set was like below mid made me so disappointed. And I think that's, you know, the danger of trying to do something like this, is that when the card does not hit, it's just that much more disappointing. Worthy kind of kills the flavor, doesn't it? Look at my, I don't know, sewer goblin now wields Thor's hammer. Imagine tempting Painter's Servant into becoming worthy. True. Painter's Servant, all of my creatures are now red. Tempted with the rain, now it's a worthy Painter's Servant? Imagine. Although at that point, you're doing so much work to make the card worthy, maybe that actually does make it worthy. Clearly, New York is the superior location for our high fantasy card game. Not a Universe Beyond hater, but damn, it's kind of a lot. See, I understand. See, you don't have to be a Universes Beyond hater to dislike that, right? This was a problem that came up in Dustmorn, is that people did not like the mundanity of Dustmorn. There was a lot of really cool stuff in Dustmorn as a set. I think having an entire plane that's literally a haunted horror slasher house is really cool. But when you go too far into like having cheerleaders and stuff like that, it kind of pulls you out of the fun fantasy aspect of it, and it makes it a little too close to what WotC now understands is like the mundane. Like, look at, there's so much cool stuff in here, and then you just have, okay, maybe it's not as pronounced as like I'd originally thought. Interesting. For some reason, I remembered it extending out a lot more. I don't mind the chainsaw. I don't mind that stuff. But you do see more of this in like the white and the green stuff with the survivors. Wasn't there like a baseball bat or something here? Okay, so like most of this is fine. But when you see like the few examples, like it does take it out. Like, yeah, baseball bat. It makes sense to me that there would be a baseball bat, but I don't know. It's weird. It's so weird how it's so few of the set, and yet it just stands out so much. Flavor text from Lisette, Dina Vroot on the card crop rotation is life comes at a cost, but steward it well and you will be repaid manyfold. That's another good one. No, actually, pizza is my favorite land to play. I'm taking the psychic damage from that. I'm taking the psychic damage from that. I hope you appreciate that. Where is it? Where are the god? Here's the thing, right? I understand that it's supposed to be emulating the cheese stretch as seen in like older animation things, but the cheese stretch on that, to me, looking back on it now, does not look fantastic. I do not care for it. I will not. So, like, I'm not going to critique you and say that you're awful if you choose to play these. But I am going to have to, you know, let you know Ow. Ow. How could you? Ow, ow, ow. Now, that being said, I do think that the Spider-Man ones look kind of cool. I like the Spider-Man ones. I like the Dragonstorm ones. Strixhaven ones are just fantastic. I kind of like the Pokemon Energy ones. But the ones that I always run when I'm not running Final Fantasy are the Innistrad Midnight Hunt wood carvings. These ones are mine. Have they mentioned any type of apparatus for all the rogues with spy in their name? Not that I'm aware of. But, like, can you imagine? What do we have in terms of... Okay, so right now it's just the spies that are in the set plus the Jumpstart / Commander set. Actually, hold on. That's a good... Hold on. Is Dr... Ah, they did. They did. They brought Dr. Doom Unrivaled onto Arena. So right now, in competitive Brawl, there is a Tainted Pack Oracle Aphasa combo that is very prevalent for the blue-black control decks. And I mean blue-black like in any combination, like blue-black-green, blue-black-white, etc., etc., etc. Nashi's a good one for this. Where, like, you basically play control until you can use your tutors to assemble the combo, and then you win. Dr. Doom is a slower version of this because he's not an ETB. It's just a tap version, but you could theoretically build one that is Dr. Doom as the commander, so that way you always have one piece of the puzzle available, and then you just tutor for the Tainted Pact once he's online and protected. Like, maybe you go hard mono black control, kind of like Davriel. Although the strength of Davriel is that you get to play like an almost creatureless version of him, so you don't have to pay like any of the downsides, is kind of the crazy part. The actual best lands are clearly the ones you drew with a Sharpie on a piece of paper. Actually, agree. 100% agree. Like, oh my god, if I drew my own lands... Oh, actually, you know what? That would be sick, actually. I was thinking of what I wanted to do to, like, customize the land base in my commander decks. And usually what I like to do, or at least what I wanted to do, was I wanted to get the full art basics or the set or plane that the commander is from. So, like, I have a Redshift deck, so get the full arts from Aether Drift and stuff like that. Or for my Avacyn deck, get full art Innistrad lands. But I obviously don't have enough money to get a bunch of basic lands for, like, 32 different commander decks. So, actually, what we do is we start drawing our own, right? Like, we draw them, we print them out, we put them over top of, like, basic land stickers. It's great, it's fine. Who's going to complain about proxying up basic lands? Absolutely no one. That's you. Oh, did I actually? Yeah, I actually got the rest of my dailies. Neat. By the way, chat, if you enjoyed coming in for draft today, we're going to be drafting for the remainder of the week for the daily grind. I'm going to need to do my Final Fantasy 14 dailies, like, off stream, but, like, Final Fantasy draft comes so irregularly. It's like what, maybe once, twice a year? Uncoiled Serpent, Construct, Sentinel, Bankbuster, we're up against Anina. I don't think this deck has what it takes to keep up with Anina, but maybe the Stone Coil Serpent will even the odds. Breeding Pool, Mox Amber, that's... And then what? Just go into Bank Reckoner on the next turn. Foundry into Construct. Badger Cub. Junk Diver. So here, I guess. I probably just... No, I want to get the Inspector out because I need to, like, start dropping extra cards out. Have you noticed that the Spider-Man set is out on Arena? I did! I did! Taco, thank you so much for stopping by the way. So, like, yeah, we were talking about that. We got Iron Spider, like, literally right here. I tried to keep up with the Arena announcement, so I did see that they were gonna bring that back, and oh, they went double Badger Mole Cub. Okay. Yeah, we definitely want to go Sparring. Lightning core. Do I just like drop the stuff? Probably worth it. But know that 160p is crazy bad. I'm actually kind of looking for a new command to play around with. But... Alright, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. This is unfortunately the one thing that can get most frustrated about Brawl. Trying to figure out and build a deck and then just like getting shoulder checked every time you queue into a game. It's not the other player's fault. It's just that you have to have a functional deck to enjoy a constructed 1v1 format, you know? And I don't think Iron Spider is anywhere close to like being viable right now. So I think I do need to build the combo version. Yeah, like I want to do like one, but I want to play with like deck. Looking for a new commander to play around with, but man, choice paralysis is real. Group HUD deck has me tempted since I don't have one of those. So like, the choice paralysis is real, fortunately. Especially if you don't have the chance to like just jam games. If you don't have the chance to just jam games, then it becomes a lot harder to like justify building any deck in particular. I'll say this though, if you are interested in trying to build a group hug deck, I do recommend building it as a politics deck where you are trying to like shift the flow of the game rather than trying to like accelerate one player into a game and then everyone gets mad because all you did was accelerate one person. Relic of Legends, actually. We're up against Ugin, so like we gotta go. I can go turn one planes into Kythian and start chucking him down that way. You can play Kabira Takedown. And then... Ooh, Nykthos is... Alright, so we play Nykthos, we play Vana, and then we use Relic of Legends to try to start accelerating. With a format that favors faster decks, having Chroma expand for higher costing cards is insane. Yeah. Relic of Legends into Legion's Landing is cool, but... Oh wait, hold on. If I played Relic of Legends, that would have been 1, 2. Would have been 1, 2. I need to start jamming. Fortunately, 3... 4, that's not enough to get Ugin going right this second. So let's go play that. Play Relic of Legends. Now I can tap this for 3, 4. So this is basically free. That's going to trigger Vana. We're going to draw a card. That's going to make another token. We still have 3 mana left over, but actually it's 4. Autopay, yep. And then here's Dion. There we go. And now we can transform Dion. Put a counter on everything. 4, 5, 6, 7. Ugin's gonna come down next turn. My phone is Nico kneeing at me. Let's go ahead and oh, I could have transformed Vanat and like slowed him down, couldn't I? 1, 2, yeah, I could have. And now Gideon is out. Gideon, you can gain indestructible. That's probably the best one. Oh, target creature gains indestructible. Let's go ahead and make it so that way the Nat like that. Hold on to the Wandering Emperor. Everything else. Like, they're going to play Ugin. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Exile Dion. I don't have any way to protect him. Alright, and then, like, as soon as Ugin does anything, we can just pop Faithful at Fan game rabbits are your favorite animal, and Miss Bumbleflower certainly is a group hug as commander. I have heard that she does not have a particularly fantastic reputation. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. That's 8. One more. So exile the token. No, not the token. You have lots of options for the deck. Exile the magnifying glass, actually. Target control. I am not like playing this game like the tightest, but it is. Guys, by the way, so as we're wrapping up stream, we do love to pass on the love here. If anyone has enough channel points, we have a redeem called Lead the Raid. If you know anyone who's cool, if you know anyone who's like trans, queer, if you know anyone who plays a ton of Magic, or maybe they play Final Fantasy 14 or anything like that, you know, go ahead and redeem that, and then we'll see if we'll see if they're available for rating. Hold on, that's 5. That's already lethal. Oh, right. So that puts him up to 9, 5, 6, 7. All right. Always glad to end it on a win, and always glad to, like, you know, get the win for Mother. Whew. All right. One more time, folks. We are going to be ready out here, so don't go away just yet. I am going to be ending things on the YouTube side. If you're on the YouTube side, thank you so much for hanging out. Don't forget to leave us a like and drop a subscribe. Maybe tell people about the stream that you think might enjoy the stream. And then over on the Twitch side, we are going to go ahead and start taking a look.